English Boost podcast from Speak English Journey.
Hello, English learners, and a very warm welcome back to another exciting and, dare I say, profoundly impactful episode of Speak English Journey. I'm your host, James, and I am absolutely thrilled to be back here with my incredible co-host, the ever-insightful Rose. How are you doing today, Rose? Feeling ready to inspire some change?
I'm doing absolutely wonderfully, James, and I'm buzzing with excitement to be back in the virtual studio with you and all our amazing listeners. Inspire change is definitely the theme of the day. We've got a truly captivating and, as you hinted, potentially life-changing topic lined up for everyone today. I can already feel the positive energy and the promise of growth in the air.
I can feel it too, Rose. You know, every now and then, you stumble upon a piece of content, a video, an article, a conversation that just clicks with you. Something that makes you pause, truly reflect, and think, yes, that's it. That's exactly what I needed to hear. And that's precisely what happened to us recently with a particular video that's been making the rounds, gaining a lot of traction, and for very good reason.
Absolutely. It really resonated deeply with both of us, sparking a fantastic discussion between ourselves, and we knew almost immediately that we had to share its core message, its profound insights, and its practical wisdom with our dedicated and ever-growing Speak English Journey community. The video we're dissecting and building upon today is aptly titled, "This Video Will Change Your Life," and it features two incredibly articulate and insightful hosts, Aaron and Evan.
They truly delve into something fundamentally important, something that underpins all personal development and growth. How to genuinely transform your life. And crucially, they emphasize that this isn't achieved through some grand, magical, overnight miracle or a single monumental decision. Instead, it's a deliberate, step-by-step process built upon a powerful trifecta, a series of small, consistent changes, the cultivation of a robust and enduring positive mindset, and the strategic fostering of a truly supportive environment. It's a remarkably simple premise when you break it down, but its implications and potential impact are nothing short of monumental.
It truly is, James. And what I appreciate most, what makes this message so accessible and actionable, is how they brilliantly demystify the entire process of personal transformation. Often, when we contemplate making significant shifts in our lives, whether it's mastering a new language like English, embarking on a new creative hobby, initiating a comprehensive health and fitness regimen, or even pursuing a completely different career path, the sheer magnitude of the goal can feel incredibly overwhelming, almost insurmountable. It's like staring up at a gigantic mountain and feeling a wave of despair.
Precisely. It's that classic scenario. You're standing at the bottom of a colossal mountain, perhaps Mount Everest in your mind, and you gaze up towards the distant summit. You can envision yourself triumphantly reaching the top, but the thought of the climb itself, the immense effort, the potential dangers, just seems utterly impossible. You might not even take the first step. But this video and our comprehensive discussion today aims to metaphorically show you how to break that imposing mountain down into a series of smaller, much more manageable hills, or even just gentle slopes. It's about focusing on one step at a time.
Exactly. And they do a truly fantastic job of highlighting some very common, very human, and entirely relatable reasons why people often struggle, falter, or even give up entirely when attempting to enact change.
One reason that immediately jumped out at me, and I believe many of our listeners will instantly relate to, is the pervasive and often debilitating fear of failure. It's a silent saboteur of progress. Oh, absolutely, Rose. That fear, that apprehension of not succeeding can be utterly crippling, can't it? The mere thought of investing significant time, energy, and effort, making genuine sacrifices, and then ultimately not achieving the desired outcome, that possibility can paralyze us. We become so profoundly afraid of falling, of making a mistake, of looking foolish, that we never even gather the courage to attempt to stand up and take that crucial first step. We stay in our comfort zone, even if it's not a truly comfortable place anymore.
It's a huge, often unseen psychological barrier, and intimately intertwined with that, another incredibly common struggle they identify is a profound lack of direction. If you don't possess a clear, well-defined goal, if you don't have a coherent roadmap or a compass guiding your journey, you can end up wandering aimlessly, feeling perpetually stuck, even if you are, in fact, technically moving. It's exactly like trying to navigate a bustling new city without a map, without GPS, without any sense of direction. You might be walking constantly, expending energy, but you're not getting anywhere specific. You're not reaching your intended destination.
That's a perfect, highly relatable analogy, Rose. And how about the insidious, often relentless impact of negative self talk? That constant, often unconscious inner voice, what some might call the inner critic, that ceaselessly whispers doubts, tells us we're not smart enough, not capable enough, not talented enough, or that we'll simply never achieve our aspirations.
And where it's a constant corrosive drain on our motivation, our self-belief, and our overall confidence. It's like trying to run a race with someone constantly pulling you backwards.
It truly is. It's incredibly destructive. It's having a persistent, uninvited critic living rent-free inside your head, constantly whispering discouraging words and sowing seeds of doubt. And then there's the pervasive and often debilitating tendency to simply wait for motivation to miraculously strike. We frequently hear people express sentiments like, "I'll start my serious English studies when I feel completely motivated," or "I'll finally begin that exercise regimen once I feel sufficiently inspired." But as Aaron and Evan beautifully articulate in the video, and as we often emphasize here on Speak English Journey, motivation isn't a prerequisite for action. More often than not, consistent action itself creates and sustains motivation. It's a fundamental shift in perspective.
So true, Rose. That's a really crucial, almost counterintuitive point they make, and it's something we cannot emphasize enough.
Instead of passively waiting for a sudden, inexplicable burst of energy or a flash of inspiration to miraculously strike, they powerfully suggest taking that initial step, however minuscule, however seemingly insignificant. The momentum, that forward thrust, almost invariably builds from there. You take one small step, and suddenly taking the next one feels a little easier.
Thoughtful. Precisely. So let's truly dive into their core philosophy, which is energetic, revolutionizing how many people approach personal development, focusing intently on small, consistent changes. This is often referred to as the 1% rule, the idea that if you improve by just 1% every day, those small improvements compound over time, leading to massive results. Inquisitive. Can you elaborate further and give us a more concrete, detailed example of what that might look like for an English language learner aiming for significant progress, James?
Of course. Let's imagine your overarching, ambitious goal is to become truly fluent in English, capable of engaging in complex conversations and understanding nuanced media. That can indeed seem like an incredibly daunting, almost insurmountable peak. But applying the 1% rule and embracing small, consistent change means breaking that down. It could involve committing to listening to just a 5-minute English podcast every single day without fail, even if you're busy, or reading just one page of an English novel or a newspaper article each day, or perhaps dedicating just 2 minutes to practicing a specific English grammar point.
I absolutely love that, James. It's not about grand gestures. It's about establishing and nurturing a deeply ingrained habit, isn't it? It's exactly like the concept of compounding interest in finance, but applied directly to personal growth and skill acquisition. Those seemingly tiny, almost imperceptible efforts, when consistently applied, accrue monumental value over weeks, months, and particularly over years. They create an energetic, powerful, unstoppable ripple effect that propels you forward. It's slow, often unnoticeable progress day to day, but incredible results over time.
They absolutely do. It feels significantly less daunting, far less like an overwhelming chore, and consequently much more sustainable in the long run. And a truly key element they discuss, which goes perfectly hand in hand with these small, incremental actions, is the serious, vital importance of cultivating a resilient and enduring positive mindset. It's not merely about what you do. It's equally, if not more, about how you think about what you do and how you perceive challenges and opportunities.
Exactly. Shifting your internal narrative, your perspective, from "this is incredibly hard, I'll never master it," to This is a meaningful challenge, but I'm consistently learning and steadily improving can make an enormous transformative difference. It's about consciously reframing your thoughts, actively choosing a more optimistic, a more resilient, and fundamentally a more growth-driven viewpoint. This ties directly into what they call a growth mindset, which is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work, rather than being fixed.
And that powerfully ties into what they say about building resilience, too. Learning to effectively bounce back from inevitable setbacks, viewing mistakes not as definitive failures, but rather as invaluable learning opportunities and stepping stones. Every single time you mispronounce a tricky English word or temporarily forget a complex grammar rule, it's not a reason to despair or give up. It's a golden chance to learn, to adjust, to improve, and to move forward with greater understanding. It's all about progress, not perfection.
Yes, exactly. It's about consciously developing that mental toughness, that inner fortitude. And they also strongly, unequivocally emphasize the profound importance of cultivating and maintaining a truly supportive environment. This isn't just about your immediate physical surroundings. It encompasses the people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the communities you engage with. This could be your immediate family and friends, your colleagues, or even a vibrant, encouraging community of fellow learners, just like our wonderful Speak English Journey listeners. Being actively surrounded by people who genuinely encourage you, who truly believe in your inherent potential, and who enthusiastically cheer you on, can be incredibly motivating and empowering.
It's so undeniably true, Rose. If you find yourself consistently surrounded by negativity, by individuals who perpetually doubt you or who incessantly criticize your earnest efforts, it becomes extraordinarily difficult to maintain a positive outlook and consistently push yourself forward. Conversely, if your environment consistently lifts you up, if it inspires you, if it provides constructive feedback, you are exponentially more likely to thrive, to flourish, and ultimately to achieve your most ambitious goals. This involves reducing your exposure to negative influences.
They suggest actively and intentionally seeking out those positive influences, perhaps joining an English conversation group, finding a dedicated study partner, participating in online forums, or even just consistently listening to uplifting and educational podcasts like ours. And sometimes, quite frankly, it might involve consciously and gently distancing yourself from those individuals or situations that might inadvertently drain your energy, your enthusiasm, or your belief in yourself. It's not always an easy decision or action, but it's often absolutely essential for sustained personal growth and well-being.
Definitely. And let's revisit that crucial idea of taking action, even when you don't feel completely ready or perfectly equipped. This really underscores their central message about not passively waiting for motivation to miraculously strike. Don't fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, or for all the stars to align perfectly, or for you to feel 100% confident. Just start. Even the tiniest, most seemingly insignificant step forward is still a meaningful step forward, and it creates momentum.
That's truly where the life-changing part of the video's title and our conversation today comes into its own. It's not about one grand, heroic, all-encompassing gesture that magically transforms everything overnight. Instead, it's about the cumulative, powerful impact of those consistent, small, deliberate actions. Think about learning to play a musical instrument, for example, or becoming proficient at a sport. You don't become a virtuoso or a professional athlete overnight. You practice diligently and consistently, even if it's just for 15 minutes a day, every single day.
And that consistent practice builds not only skill, but also immense self-confidence. As you start to visibly see yourself making progress, even if it's just small, incremental progress, it powerfully fuels your belief in your own capabilities. It creates a robust and virtuous positive feedback loop. Taking action leads to small wins. Those small wins accumulate and build confidence, and that surging confidence in turn motivates you to take more action. It's self-perpetuating.
Exactly. They also touch on the profound and often underestimated importance of identifying your why. Why do you genuinely want to make this particular change? What's the deeper, underlying, perhaps even emotional reason behind your desire for this transformation? What ultimate benefit or feeling will it bring you? Understanding that core motivation, that driving force, can give you the necessary push, the unwavering resolve, when things inevitably get tough, when your motivation dips, or when you face unexpected obstacles.
Your why becomes your anchor, doesn't it? It's what keeps you grounded, what keeps you focused, and what reignites your determination when you encounter challenges or simply lose a bit of steam. For our listeners, their strong why for diligently learning English might be incredibly varied. It could be securing a new, better job opportunity, being able to travel the world and experience new cultures completely independently, connecting with a wider global network of people, or simply the sheer joy of understanding English movies and songs without subtitles. And it's also helpful to use visualization, imagining yourself achieving these goals, and affirmation, positive self-statements, to reinforce your why.
Absolutely. That strong, clearly articulated why can often be the fundamental difference between giving up when faced with difficulty and pushing through to achieve your goals. And finally, they discuss the simple yet often overlooked importance of celebrating small wins. It's not solely about reaching the ultimate, biggest goal, but rather about acknowledging, appreciating, and celebrating every piece of progress you make along the way, no matter how minor it seems. That consistent recognition boosts morale, reinforces positive behavior, and crucially keeps you motivated to keep going.
Fantastic point, Rose. It truly reinforces that positive mindset and creates a sustainable path forward. So, we've covered a tremendous amount of ground today, exploring the profound impact of transforming your life through the power of small, consistent changes. Cultivating a robust positive mindset, actively taking action over striving for perfection, and building a truly supportive environment around yourself.
And now, for a segment that we know many of you eagerly anticipate and find incredibly helpful. Our very own vocabulary expert, the brilliant Charlotte, will be joining us to break down some of the key terms and phrases we've used extensively throughout today's discussion. She'll provide clear, concise definitions and practical examples to help you integrate these words into your own English vocabulary. So, do stick around for that incredibly valuable segment.
Hello, Speaking English Journey listeners. It's Charlotte here with your vocabulary breakdown for today's inspiring discussion. We've heard some fantastic words and concepts, so let's make sure they're crystal clear. First up, we have transformation. This refers to a dramatic change in form or appearance, or in the nature or character of something. For example, learning English can lead to a transformation in your career opportunities. Next is mindset. This is the established set of attitudes held by someone. It's how you think about things. A growth mindset believes you can develop your abilities. For instance, having a positive mindset is crucial for overcoming challenges. Then we have surroundings. This simply means the things and conditions around a person or thing, your environment. Make sure your surroundings are conducive to studying English. Momentum is the quantity of motion of a moving body, measured as a product of its mass and velocity. In our context, it means the force or speed of movement, often building up. Starting with small steps helps you build momentum in your learning. Exposure is the state of being exposed to contact with something. Here, it refers to the act of experiencing something or being affected by it. Limiting your exposure to negative news can improve your mood. Growth-driven describes someone or something motivated by the desire to improve and develop. A growth-driven individual always looks for new learning opportunities. Visualization is the process of forming a mental image of something. It's like seeing your goals happen in your mind. Use visualization to imagine yourself speaking English fluently. Affirmation is the act or an instance of affirming, a positive assertion. It's a statement of truth or belief. Daily affirmations like "I am a confident English speaker" can boost your self-belief. Community refers to a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common, a sense of fellowship with others. Our Speak English Journey community provides great support for learners. And finally, accountable. This means required or expected to justify actions or decisions. Responsible. Finding an English study partner can help you stay accountable to your goals. Encouraging. I encourage you to try using these words in your own English conversations and writing. That's all for this vocabulary corner. back to James and Rose.
Thank you so much, Charlotte, for that incredibly clear and practical breakdown of those essential terms. That was truly helpful for our listeners.
Absolutely, Charlotte. Your insights always add so much value to our discussions. And to reiterate and truly sum up our expansive discussion today, remember that significant, lasting, and meaningful change doesn't happen in a single, sudden leap or a flash of inspiration. It is, fundamentally, a gradual, deliberate, and ongoing journey. This journey is powerfully fueled by those seemingly small yet incredibly impactful, consistent actions, by actively cultivating and maintaining a robust, positive mindset, by making the conscious choice to take action over striving for unattainable perfection, and by thoughtfully and strategically surrounding yourself with a truly supportive environment.
Don't let the paralyzing fear of failure hold you captive. Don't fall into the common trap of passively waiting for motivation to magically appear out of thin air. Instead, make a conscious effort to challenge that persistent, negative self-talk. Pinpoint your deep-seated and personal why, that core reason that drives you, and simply start taking those tiny, manageable, yet incredibly powerful steps today. Every single, seemingly minor effort genuinely counts, and those consistent efforts, like compound interest, will inevitably accumulate into something truly remarkable, something transformative. You genuinely possess far more control over your life and your learning journey than you might initially think.
That's such an empowering message, James. And to help you reinforce these concepts and to truly put them into practice, we've prepared a special resource for all our dedicated listeners. We're offering a free PDF guide that includes a summary of today's key takeaways, practical exercises you can do at home, and a full transcript of Charlotte's excellent vocabulary section. This guide is designed to help you integrate these powerful ideas into your English learning and your daily life.
It's an invaluable tool to help you reflect on what we've discussed and to apply these principles effectively. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this deep dive into transforming your life. Your engagement and dedication truly mean the world to us.
Yes, thank you all so very much for listening, for your continued support, and for being such an integral and vibrant part of our Speak English Journey community. We'll be back next time with another engaging, informative, and hopefully inspiring topic for you. Until then, keep practicing your English, keep learning something new every day, and most importantly, keep growing into the amazing individuals you are meant to be.
Bye for now, everyone. Stay curious.
See you on the next journey.